Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Random Thoughts Thursday. Alright, so I want to start off with people walking in the street when there is clearly a sidewalk, a very big sidewalk for you to walk on. And I'm talking about, people that are jogging or just walking, and please, the ones that are walking in the street with strollers. And the crazy thing is, they act like they get attitude when you honk your horn, like you're wrong. People, please use the sidewalks. That's what they're there for. Excuse us who wants to drive and not have a human as a hood ornament on our vehicles. Just use the sidewalk for your safety and ours. Thank you very much. And for the parents who have the little kids in the grocery stores, now I don't think all grocery stores have these, but some of them do. Those little miniature carts where the there's like a little flag that hangs at the top that says future shopping and future shopper in training. And it gives little kids something to do. They walk around with the little cart. It's so adorable. However, I'm gonna need y'all to watch Little Susie Q, because some of us shoppers, we just want to get in and get out. We just want to run in there and get something for Sunday dinner and just get out. And it's kind of hard to do when little Susie Q is blocking the aisle with her cart because she's off somewhere begging for cereal, wanting you to buy the Fruity Pebbles, and her cart is blocking. And you know it's blocking, and you think that everyone's supposed to stop and say, "Oh, it's so cute. Oh, look at her." No, we need you to move over to the side so we can get through. Thank you. All right. Now, we've all heard about Jeff Epstein committing suicide, quote unquote, while he was in jail. I'm not sure if I buy that. I don't know. I have a few. I have a couple of thoughts on that. Number one, autopsy came back, said he had broken bones in his neck that were compatible to that of a person that died by hanging. That, to me, okay, I get that. That's what it concludes. That doesn't mean he purposely, intentionally hung himself. Like, how many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of black men that died because someone hung them? I'm pretty sure their autopsy came back looking the same as Jeff Epstein. They died by hanging. Yeah, they did, but they didn't do it themselves. So I am not sure I'm buying that he actually did it. And reason being, because Jeff Epstein holds a lot, well, he held a lot of secrets, okay? This man had his own island. Trust and believe, there were a lot of celebrities that used his service. And one of them being, well, celebrity on top of former President Clinton. Not to say that he had anything to do with it, but his name is being linked to Epstein, but I'm sure he has a plethora of documentation or evidence or proof that other celebrities used his service. So the question is kind of, did someone have him murdered to keep him quiet so that he wouldn't put, because once you're in a situation where you have nothing to lose and you're going to go down regardless, some people would just go ahead and just start singing. Like, all right, I'm going down, everybody's going down. And then you have some who would just stay loyal to the end. Who knows, right? But the conspiracy theorists are out there saying maybe he did not do it himself, maybe he was murdered. And the fact that there's no footage, this is another thing I don't understand. Why is there not a camera like in the halls? So maybe not in every cell, but at the beginning and the ending, and maybe in the middle of the halls where the cells are, so at all angles you can see if someone's going in and out of these actual cells, so if no one's showing, if they're not showing that anyone has gone in his cell, okay, yeah, maybe you come to the conclusion at that point he did it himself because no one else was in there. But if the cameras picked up that someone went in his cell and it's time stamped, and then they go by the time of death, all of that, it can kind of, it makes more sense. I just don't understand why there's no camera, why there's no footage of this. But anyway, then there's another theory that maybe he really isn't dead. He's in hiding, he's back on his island. And yeah, which I really don't. I don't know. I'm not really feeling that one. I'm more inclined to believe that he was actually murdered and it was made to look like a suicide. Okay. All right. Then there is JayZ. JayZ partnering up, making a deal with the NFL. I don't think there's real in-depth detail yet of that deal, but it's enough where you have people feeling like, JayZ is a hypocrite. He's, a snake in the grass, things like that. And the reason why some feel that way is because during the whole Colin Kaepernick protesting, kneeling, things like that, JayZ attached himself to that movement and basically was boycotting the NFL himself. He told Travis Scott not to perform during halftime, the Super Bowl. And it has recently come out that JayZ had a conversation with Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri apparently at one point had a deal in the works with the NFL, similar to what JayZ has, as far as being in charge of the entertainment for halftime shows. And JayZ called up Jermaine Dupri and advised him not to take the deal, whether it was because of the protesting, the kneeling with Kaepernick, or if he gave him other reasons not to. So that's why it is looking a little suspect that all of a sudden, you're telling other people to protest, you're telling other people not to perform, you're telling someone else not to take a deal, and yet here you are, skinning and grinning, have made a deal, and part of that deal is for you to be in charge of the entertainment for the halftime show. Like, what? So I don't know. Then you have some people that are saying, well, Jay is just trying to get a seat at the table, and he's gonna help, Kaepernick. Maybe that was part of his plan that the NFL don't know about, and maybe he's gonna help other players. I don't know. I mean, without knowing all the details, it's kind of hard to say. But just from the information that's out there, I'm more inclined to think JayZ was just looking out for JayZ. He's not the only celebrity that has partial ownership to NFL teams. He's just not. Whereas NFL, the NBA, he's not the only one. Um, so I don't think that's that big of a deal. I just think people are more upset over the fact that he comes off as a hypocrite. I personally think he's only looking out for himself. I don't understand how, first of all, he's not going to have that much power. Understand this. Okay, honestly, I feel like the NFL is using him to calm it down. Okay, to basically send that message that, hey, we're equal opportunity. Um, we're not racist. We're for everyone. Hey, look, here's JayZ, and I think maybe he'll be the spokesperson. So when anything, if anything, ever comes about again, where racism is brought up, or if players quote unquote get out of line and start kneeling again or start doing whatever, I think they're gonna try to push Jay out there to be the spokesperson to deal with that. Pretty much, you deal with your people, you calm it down. I'm just saying, guys, that's just how it. That's how I'm looking at it. Like, there's always. It's all, look, at the end of the day, it's all about money, it's all about image, it's all about business. Okay, and the powers that be, they're gonna do whatever it takes to protect their brand. And if that means, hey, we get you out there and you deal with that, you calm that down, that's what they'll do. Does JayZ another plan under his belt and that the NFL doesn't know? I don't know, but to think that he has all of this power where he's just going to infiltrate the NFL and he's going to do all this change, I doubt very seriously if he has that much stake ownership in the NFL to do much of anything other than line his pockets. So we'll see, though. We'll see. All right. Another thing I want to touch on is Brian McKnight. So recently, Brian McKnight, his kids rather, two sons and a daughter, I believe, they have come out and posted calling him a deadbeat dad, saying he abandoned them, he doesn't do anything for them, he doesn't acknowledge them, he's all about his new family with his wife and kids. So I know his older son, but that's what his older son was saying. His daughter also came out and was saying how, she always, even though he's abandoned them, she still has hope that he will call her on her birthdays. And every year she's waiting and she doesn't hear from him. Um, she feels like he doesn't care, he doesn't love them. She looks up to her brothers. They've actually been more of a father figure to her than her own father. She also stated that she feels any type of communication, whenever she tries to reach out to him, she always gets the voicemail, or she has to go through so many people, including his wife, to even leave a message for him, more or less talk to him. So, in Brian McKnight's rebuttal, he comes back and he's saying, hey, he's always been there for his kids. He's never missed child support. And he keeps making that very loud and clear. He repeats that quite a bit about child support. He never missed a payment. He's always been there for his kids. He's always been very proud of his kids, all of that. He talks about his two older sons, and I think now they're 30 and 27. And he kept making that a point as well. It's like, look, these are grown men. These are not children, talking about, oh, daddy's not here for us. These are grown men. So he talked about how as they got older, when they were 25, 22, how he went out, got them apartments. He covered all expenses for 2 years. Like the agreement was for 2 years, you guys will live rent free in these apartments. I don't know if they got separate apartments or he got them apartments together. I don't know. But the agreement was cars, food, groceries, allowances, rent, whatever. Everything would be covered for 2 years. At that point, you need to go out, get a job, take care of yourselves. You are grown men at this point. Take care of yourself. Make a way, find a way, whatever. So he also was talking about his wife, and he was saying how his wife pretty much was trying to be the glue to hold everybody together. How, she basically, was just trying to have it where he has a relationship with his kids. She was trying to mend, the brokenness between him and his kids. She even went as far as to get them jobs. This is his two other sons now. Get them jobs at her hospital that she was working at. And he was saying, the pay, the benefits, all of this good stuff. And that the two sons, wasn't really feeling that because apparently, they smoked weed and you would have to do drug tests, I guess random drug tests at this hospital. And so they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to stop smoking. So all in all, it didn't work out working there. But his point was, even as grown men, even after he's done what he said he was going to do, his wife still was trying to help them. And also with this hospital, I guess they had a program where they would even help you go back to school. And I know a lot of places, some employers, they will if you maintain a C average, and 9 times out of 10, I know at my job it has to be related to the company. So if you work at a hospital, whatever you're going to school for has to be medical related. So if you're going to school for coding, if you're going to school to be a radiologist, whatever it is, as long as it's medical related, they will cover your tuition, or they will reimburse you up to a certain amount of your tuition. So apparently they had this at this hospital too. And so his point was, they have been given ample opportunity. He has provided for them. His wife tried to help them out, like, hey, okay, if you can't find a job on your own, here, I'm going to help you guys out. Here's a job. This is how much it pays. This is the benefits, as well as if you want to go to school, they will cover. And he said that, his kids disrespected her. And therefore, disrespected him as well. He also mentioned that, I believe it was his oldest son, broke into their house, and he went in there. I guess their wedding pictures. He put X's on the eyes and put a picture of, I guess, their mom and Brian McKnight wedding picture. I mean, just craziness. So he was saying at that point, that's when he became estranged from them. And he used the word estranged. He was like, I didn't abandon them. We are just estranged. Duh, get it together. But he was saying that's what pretty much broke the camel's back. After he did that, he just cut him off. So then he got into his daughter. And apparently his daughter has a different mom from the two older sons. Two older sons are by his ex-wife, and the daughter is, I guess, by ex-girlfriend. So, as far as the daughter is concerned, he was saying how, again, he emphasized that he never missed a payment, child support, and he was always there. He actually said that his daughter was a part of his new family. Like, I guess she got along with the wife. Everything was all good. She was a part of their family, so probably, she would come and stay with them sometimes and things like that. And he said what happened with that was he got a call. He didn't say from who, but it got back to him that his daughter was sleeping with an older cousin. And when he found that out, he said, he stepped into daddy role, and he called child affairs, I guess, to go out and investigate, whatever. And he said that was that. He never heard anything back from, I guess, the agency. Next thing you know, his daughter's mom is blocking him, I guess, from all contact from the daughter. And then he was saying how, he found that funny. And he goes back into the whole child support. He was like, the fact that her mom had the daughter by him for money, for the reasons of, to get money anyway. And yeah, so basically he was just up there defending himself. He was like, he calls himself practicing tough love. He spoiled his kids as they were growing up. He gave them the world, even as adults. With his sons, he took care of them, and he was like, you have to practice tough love. You have to take care of yourself. So then he was like, he just kept saying, remember, I think his daughter is 18 and his two older sons are 30 and 27 now. He was like, look, they're grown men. They are grown men. They are supposed to take care of themselves. So he basically just wanted to clear his name, um, tell his side of the story, and just all in all say, look, it's called tough love. I was a good father. I took care of them financially. I tried to be there as much as I could, considering his career and all that being away. Um, and that overall, he's just been disrespected. Like, and he even mentioned how his sons were there at his wedding. They were his best men. They have sang together, and he said he had videos of them singing together. So it seemed like there's no real, I guess, point of where it broke down. I don't know if it started after he cut them off. Like, 'cause I don't know how long him and his wife have been married. So yeah, but anyway, my thoughts on that is, number one, I am a big advocate of when there's family drama to keep it off social media. I just do, especially when you're celebrities. It's just, it's not a good look at any time. All family drama, just look, get together, have a Sunday dinner, get together, and let's talk it out. Let's talk it out. Now, I know his kids are grown. His daughter's 18, so some may consider her grown, some may consider her not. I don't like the fact that he mentioned her sleeping with a cousin and then throwing shade to her mom, saying how, basically she was a gold digger. She only had you to get money from me. I don't like that, because I feel like you're trying to defend yourself. You're trying to explain your side of the story. I understand you're upset, but at the same time, be the parent in this situation. Be the parent, and just, you can tell your side of the story without being disrespectful. You know, because you putting it out there that she slept with her cousin. Okay, like her friends, like, people are not listening to this. So now, you've put this out there. People are going to be coming to her like, "Oh, you slept with your cousin." I just think that was messy and petty. I didn't feel like he had to go there. Um, I also feel like he didn't have to go there, basically calling her mom a gold digger. I understand you're pissed, but understand, you are being painted as a deadbeat father who doesn't care and who's mean, and these type of things. You're kind of justifying it in a way by you saying these things. What he said about his sons, I didn't see a problem with that. He basically said what a lot of parents do. A lot of parents, shoot, you have some parents who put their kids out after they graduate high school. They feel like, I am only responsible for taking care of you up until you graduate from high school. I do not have to take care of you after that. And some parents they do have that mindset that now you need to be on your own. So he's no different than a lot of other parents in that regards. I think people look at it like he's a celebrity. He has all this money that maybe he should continue to take care of his kids. Now, I do see his point. You are grown men. You've been given opportunities, and I guess I would think, your father's a celebrity, you can kind of use that as leverage to get into. I mean, if you wanted to get into the industry, and I only said that because he said they were sing together. So if you wanted to get in the industry or whatever, you will probably have more opportunities than the average person out there trying to look for a job. So I kind of see where he was going with that. Hopefully, they can come together, agree to disagree, be a family, and just put all of this behind them. And this is why I say, keep it off social media, because even if you do come together and put it behind you, your family drama is out there and will forever be out there on social media. You know what I mean? And at any time you can be reminded of that because you put it out there. But anyway, guys, so those are my random thoughts on this Random Thoughts Thursday episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please leave comments below. Let me know what you guys think about these random thoughts, these stories that are out there. I would love to hear what you guys think about the whole JayZ deal. What do you think about Brian McKnight and his kids airing out their dirty laundry on social media? What do you think about people walking in the street versus the sidewalk, and little Susie Q walking around the grocery store with her little shopping cart? So until next time, guys, thank you so much and take care.